Hi guys, it's Black Rat from 258 and welcome to the channel. So today we're gonna make a video about the new troops, the T10, because I unlocked them this week. So I unlocked the footman ones. So I want to watch with you guys the time of the recruitment and also the stats of those troops to see if they are really worth to that we make them. So let's open stats. T9, T10, and TS. So let's compare the stats really fast. Let's take a look. So for the T9 footman, you can see that the attack is 71.4, the defense 73, HP 20, combat power 7, marching speed 22, load and food cost. We really don't care about this. So let's go for the T10 now. The T10 have 74.46 attack, defense 76, HP 21, combat power 7.5, marching speed 20. So you can see that the marching speed is a little bit slower than the T9. And of course the other stats are a little bit better. So let's see now the TS. The TS, so attack 86.16, for the defense 95.94, for HP 25.83, and combat power 8.2, marching speed 20, load we don't care. So of course the marching speed is going to be almost the same as the T10. So they're going to be a little bit slower than the T9. Of course, those stats are going to be a little bit different depending your technology. You need to take this in consideration because it's really going to depend on the technology. So me, I didn't max all the TS and I didn't max also the enhanced troops, because you're going to see that the enhanced troops are going to be important. So let's try to watch now what we can have with enhanced troops for T10. So let's see the stats that I have, because of course I didn't max in the technology. So, but of course it's not going to be very accurate because we should get the stats of them all full to compare them. But unfortunately I can't boost all the stats. So we're going to see like this how it is. So in my case now, you can see that my attack, it's that 84.66, defense 80, HP 21, combat power 7.5, marching speed of course 20. So we can see that the difference is not that big with the T9. The attack is actually pretty nice, but the defense is not that much good compared to the T9. There's not a big difference. And comparing to the TS have a really huge defense and HP. That's the most difference actually between the two types. The T10 are a little bit more offensive and the TS of course a little more offensive, but a huge defensive stats. So let's see now for the time to the recruitment. So the T9, the T10 and the TS. So we can see that for the T9 to recruit the same amounts of troops, so almost 13k, you're gonna need 1 day and 12 hours. For the T10 you're gonna need 2 days and 21 hours. So it means that you're gonna need 2 times the time to recruit. And comparing to the TS who have 11 days and 12 hours. So to craft a TS, to train a TS, it's gonna be like 10 times more time than a T9, and it's gonna be 5 times more slower for a T10. So the thing is that the soldiers, the TS of course, are obviously the strongest units, but they required a big time to recruit them. So that's the main problem. They are really slow to recruit and really slow to heal also. So that's why really having T10 it's going to be interesting because those troops are faster to recruit. You're going to recruit 5 times more troops with the same time than a TS. So we need to boost those troops. I really think you guys need to max your T10 and try to get the cap. So for now, the cap is 3 million. So of course, you're going to increase that cap with the technology. But for now, it's going to be really interesting to max your troops and train until the 3 millions, because even if they are a little bit less strong than the TS, they still gonna have an advantage on T9, and they are easier to recruit. You need really less time than the TS. So of course you need TS, but for now, really try to max your T10, and now you can continue to train some TS. But of course, what's going to be really important, it's going to be to enhance your T10 and create those enhanced T10 going to be better because the stats are better. And since you are capped at 3 millions, it's going to be also really interesting to enhance all those 3 millions troops. So to get only enhanced T10 troops. So let's see the time that we need to enhance the troops. So we can see, so to train almost 13k, you're gonna need 2 days and 21 hours, and to enhance the same amounts, you're gonna need 2 days and 16 hours. So in total, you're gonna need 5 days and 13 hours to get a T10 enhanced. So when you compare to the T10, you're gonna still need the double of the time. So you're gonna be able to do T9 enhance 2 times faster than a TS on the same time. You're gonna have 2 times more troops. So it's still gonna be interesting to get the T10 enhanced, because the time, even with the enhance of the time that you're gonna need, it's gonna be way faster than a TS. So it's gonna be really interesting to do it. So let's see something also really important. You can see here that I'm gonna show it here. So you can see that there's a special thing on the T9. So when you click on it, you can see it's written that after the barracks, so the building who trains the troops, reach the level 13, the Empire Defenders, so the T10, have 3 more base might, 3 more resistance, and 1 more HP. It's really interesting. So let's compare now with the stats that we had. So let me show the stats, and we're gonna show the TS up. So let's compare. So if we add to the enhanced T10 3 attack, you're gonna get 87 in attack, 83 in defense, and 22 in HP. So of course, the difference in the defense and HP is still really huge, but you're gonna have a little bit more attack than the TS. It's really small, but you're gonna get a nice, decent attack. So this is also important. It's gonna really make the T10 to be strong, actually, even if they will not be still stronger than TS. It's still gonna be super interesting for them. So what's my advice? I really advise you to do the cap of the T10 with enhanced troops, all enhanced troops, because you're gonna be able to do it 2 times more troops than if you would do TS. So the TS are more expensive and really on the healing really slow, which is really a big problem. So that's why the T10 is gonna be important. And for me, if you already have some TS, it's going to be really interesting to mix the troops. So for example, you can put a TS on, if for example, you have Arslan combo, because of course here in the infantry it's going to be the more interesting. It can be really interesting to put a TS on the front row, because the TS are more resistant, and of course the first lane, it's going to be more interesting for her to be resistant, even if of course Arslan do big damage. But your front lane is the one who's going to take the most damage, so if you put your more defensive troops on the front, it's going to be more interesting. So you can mix the troops. If you have T10 and if you have TS, it can be interesting for some key battles to put the TS, because of course you can put TS on the 3 lines, but you're going to burn your T10, your TS more faster. So you can mix like this. Put the front lane in T10, and the 2 other lanes you can put the T10, because the T10 have a really nice attack. So you can put them on the back to don't waste all your TS in one legion. So it can be interesting. It really can be interesting. Of course, I think it's not the best idea to do it with Arslan, because Arslan actually combo. Arslan is the damage dealer, even if he's in front row. So maybe not the most smarter, but if you do cavalry, and if you take, for example, the legion with the Brave, the Seed, and Avalanche, for example, it's going to be really super important to put your TS on the front row for Brave to tank, and for the Seed and of course Avalanche who do big damage, you can put the T10 on those lines, so to don't burn all your TS so fast. But it's going to be interesting to play like this, I think. Also, I watched the time to see if it's worth it to train a T10 and then to transform then in the TS, and actually it's the same time. It's really the same time. If you create directly TS, and if you create T10 then you transform TS, the time is the same. So it's not gonna be better or less better. So if you want TS, just do TS directly. You don't need to upgrade your T10 to the TS. You're not gonna have any benefits to do this. So that's it for today. I just wanted to do a fast review about T10. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I see you soon for the next video. Peace out.